What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we got a new mod. I never thought I'd honestly do this modification to my truck, but my buddies over at LazFit hit me up and they wanted to send me out this modification. So let's get right into it. As you can see here, we have got a rock light kit. So they sent me out the 6 light kit. So you can get like 4, which is just what's in here. You can get 2 more to make 6, and you get even 2 more to make 8. I went ahead and got the 6 one. So let's do a little bit unboxing here. So you got some, what I would assume to be directions. And then it looks like we got the 4 lights over here, and then we got the wiring harness right here. So we'll take a little bit look at the wiring harness. We got a pretty good idea of what we're going to be doing here. So as you can see, we're going to be wiring the positive and negative to the battery. There'll be a little switch that comes out into the drivers. And then we'll have a light here. We'll have a light here, light here, light here. And then we'll probably do 1 in the middle. This is showing if you have L8. We'll just do 1, in the center. So let's get to it. I'll show you all where I'm going to mount them on the truck now. So we got the wiring harness out of the box. So as you can see here, of course, this is going to go to your battery up front. This will go into the cab, so you have to run this through the firewall. In order for me to do that, I'll just take these off and then pull the wiring through and then have the switch on. So this kit is a amber and white. So one of these does amber and one of them will do white, and then the middle is off. So it's not a, it's not a pick your own color. It's a 2-tone kit. And then of course, this is your extra wiring, and then everything will split off on this. And it comes with plenty of zip ties, some mounting hardware. So inside of each of the rock light boxes, you have 2 different sized mounting brackets. And then you've got the light itself right here. So it's nice metal, good durable quality, looks pretty good. And then of course you've got the wiring to run to this. So this will probably sit underneath the driver door, if I'm guessing, and then I'll just run all the wires to that same spot just to be more centralized, since this is like same length. So yeah, let's get these installed. So I went ahead and wired up the initial wiring harness. So I left enough at the front here to be able to tie into the battery. As you can see, I already have a ton of other aftermarket installations. If you want to watch those videos, you can check them out on my channel. So that is a little benefit, is I've already have some extra wiring covering. So I've got it run underneath here. And then I've got this tubing that has other wiring already in it. So I just added those 2 wires from over there through here. And then it just drops down. One goes to the firewall hole right there. And then the other one, as you see, is have it on the ground right now. That's where the lights actually connect. And then I've got that pulled through the firewall right there, where everything else is. And you just want to close that back in once you're done. And then this, see, I already have a switch here. And I've got the 2 switches over there. If you want to watch those videos, you can do that on my channel. And then this switch, for the meantime, I'm probably just gonna put it somewhere like down here until we find a permanent mounting solution. But let's go ahead and get those lights now wired up to down here. All right guys, so we got the rubber mounting pads on. I chose a thinner one versus a thicker one. You can pick either or. My idea was you don't really wanna see this light when it's up in there, so the thinner the better. And then you can definitely tell which 2 are for the front, and then the other 4 will be for the middle and for the rear. So let's go ahead and get these mounted on. The hardware's right here. Pretty much you're just going to drill a hole, screw it through, and then you got to put the nut on behind it. All right guys, so it is the next day. I just want to show you what I've done so far. Last night I ran out of daylight for filming, so I couldn't keep going. So pretty much I went ahead and connected it to the battery. As you can see, I don't have enough play right here to keep it hidden underneath here, so I will need to splice into these 2 wires and add a little bit more. I believe this is 18 gauge, so we're gonna add a little bit more 18 gauge here, but temporarily we got it hooked up. It runs down through there, and then we've got the, oh, it's on right now. I don't wanna show you all with the light's on yet. So I've got the light switch run right here. I'll eventually probably put like a permanent mount right here, but for now I'm just got it sitting there. That's how I normally do it, make sure everything works, and once everything's good, that's when we actually finalize it. So we got the first light mounted right here. As you can see, I wanted it to be directly above, but with these weird indentions in the liner, you can't. So I've got it slightly offset inward, and then I just mock that on the same side over here. And for the front ones, I used the provided hardware. So as you can see, there's the screws are right there, the 2 screws sticking up. So you get a washer, you get a locking washer, and then you get a nut. So those go on that side. These were really easy to put on because you can access them right here. Same thing from both sides. The middle ones we'll come back to in a second. The rear ones, I took a different approach. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of wire, but it goes right into the liner right there. But I just used drywall anchors to mount these rear ones because I was too lazy to take the fender liner out. And that's really the only way you can do it if you want to use the existing hardware that's provided, is to actually take the liners out and put the bolts on from up top, because there's no way to access them from here. So I pretty much drilled the holes, put the drywall anchors in, and then just screwed it in. And then that wire is run behind the fender liner. And then I'll get down here and show y'all. Like I said, nothing's finalized yet, but the wire comes out through here, runs along here. I need to cut off all the extra zip tie pieces. And I'm probably gonna cover these. So this is where it gets a little hoopty right now. I've got this one literally just zip tied up because I have nothing to mount it on. I'm thinking about mounting it just to the bottom of the frame. That'll probably be my best bet. I feel like the cab is too high and you don't want to drill into your cab necessarily. And then same thing with the other one. The other one, the front wire just comes from the back. So on the other side, I've got this mounted a little bit better. So we'll show you. So they give you plenty of wiring. You just got to figure out the cleanest way to put it up. So yeah, same thing over here. There's that thing, and then it just goes right into there. So I tried initially I've got a hole for the wire behind it, but I couldn't get the wire to come over the side. And then this one is mounted to a wiring harness, which is a lot more stable than the one over there. So I'm not totally against this. Like, that's not going anywhere. I just don't have that harness over there. So what I might do is buy this and run that along for those other wires. Or I might just take this one and mount it to the frame as well. Just drop a comment below. Let me know what you think I should do with these 2 middle ones. I initially was just gonna get the 4-pack, but I really wanted to have one sort of like in the middle of the truck. So that's why I decided to go with the 6, and now I'm like, crap, how do I mount the 2 in the middle? So here is all the extra wiring. I just have to hide it all. I ran it, the ones over there, I ran with this sort of this cross beam right here. So everything is run through there. That's the best way I could figure out how to get the wiring from those 3 to come over here. And then everything just splices in right here. And that's pretty much it. So now let's get everything cleaned up, and I'm gonna show you all what it looks like at nighttime. So before I bring you all to nighttime, I just wanted to show you all what I used. So I used this one to drill the 2 holes on the outside of this. I used this guy to drill the center hole. This is 7/16 bit for the center to run the wires through. This one was a 1564. And then of course I used this for the rear 2 where I used that drywall anchors. And then I used this as like my template. So I would figure out where I want it, put it up there, and then pre-drill the holes, and then put the screws in. So we're all cleaned up now. I just cut all the extra zip tie pieces. So everything's cleaned up down here. I've got all the wires hidden. So we are ready to go show you guys what it looks like at nighttime now. All right, so here it is at night. This is with the white setting turned on. So as you can see, there is plenty of light. So we get the one underneath the middle, we get the one in the wheel well, one in the wheel well. Everything's looking good. Really the only way to get rid of these is to put those ring lights in the wheel. We are not going to do that because I have nothing to show off down there. So yep, same thing on this side. It's looking good. Lights it up nice. And this is only with 1 in here. I know some guys, I mean, they can put up to like 3 in there. But we just went with the 1. I think this is plenty. So this is, like I said, this is a 6 kit set. If you don't want the light down the middle, just get the 4-piece. But really appreciate Last Fit for sending this out and getting us to be able to test out this product and show you guys So let me switch to the amber real quick. Here's the amber lights. Looks pretty good. Same thing. They're just not as bright. It's more of the amber color. So looking good. I think this goes pretty well with the Ford grille I have going on with my headlights. It's a two-tone set. Really appreciate them. If you guys want to check out this product, I have linked a little discount code in the description below, so be sure to check them out. They've got tons of other lighting and aftermarket parts. Once again, really appreciate LastFit for sending this out. If you got any other questions about install or anything you want to know, just drop a comment down below, leave a thumbs up if this helped, and be sure to subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching.